All right. Well, there's a plane taking off right behind me. You'll see him passing there he is right there. Anyways, I think this is going to be a really good video. There's a bunch of stuff going on at the airport. I've always wanted to record and get a cool video of it, but now I noticed a lot of people have the hangars open and stuff like that. They're probably older guys doing projects. There'll be people flying in and out, and cool. I'm hoping for a good video here. All right, is the video going? Okay, yeah, the video's going. Look at this. This is awesome. Man, look at them all. Alright, I'm gonna have to go check out those hangars later on. Oh, here comes one right here. There's a guy flying in right here. He's landing. This guy, he's just piloting or taxiing through. Look how bouncy that thing is. There he comes. Cool. Little guy. All right, a Cessna 172. I've flown those before, but that's a four-seater, so that's got to be a Cessna like 130 or something like that. I'm thinking. Look at that old plane. Isn't that amazing how many of them are old? So this guy's coming in. So he just landed. That was the guy that just landed, and then he just went. Whoop. All right, he's warming up. All right, he's waiting for that guy to get off the tarmac, and this guy here is going to start spooling up. All right, here he goes. All right, let's go check him out. We'll go watch him take off. Busy out here today. Somebody's winding her up right now. I can hear it. Must be this guy way down here. There he is. Okay, so he's pulling off. Oh wow, here comes another one. Oh, you hear it? He touched down again. Did he finally land? Wow, he just kind of skimmed the ground for a while. Huh. This guy's being patient over here. Man, look how tiny that thing is. A little two-seater. He's moving along without hardly even revving the motor up. All right. All right, it's go time. Come on, get off the ground. There he goes. He gone. Man. Yep, he's long gone already. That runway goes right out into the river. It's like they, engineered it so it just goes out into the river quite a way, so they have a longer runway. It actually looks pretty cool from up above. I've flown out of here before. I flew out of here with a Cessna 172, which I think that's what that is right there. So actually that looks a little too high-tech to be a Cessna 172. The tail isn't as nice and everything as that. Let's go find a Cessna 172. Actually, look at that bad boy. When the wings are on the bottom, they're a lot more agile, they're a lot faster, and they turn a lot better and stuff like that, but they're a lot harder to fly than one like this with the wings up above. So this is probably a Cessna 172. All right, here he comes. That's the guy that landed earlier. Look at that old girl. Oh boy, there's something going on behind me. Oh, a Cirrus. Oh man, is that a Cirrus SR20? That is. Look at that. That's an expensive plane. I actually flew one of those one time. They're like, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're about 600,000 bucks. They come with a parachute. So if there's a problem, the parachute will pop out. It's one of the most safest planes that you can fly. Meet Kevin on YouTube. He flew one before. He has a jet, it's expensive than a Cirrus, but he flew it and loved it. He actually did a whole review on it. It's pretty cool. I love aviation. All right, so he's just gonna sit there a while. There he goes, flying by. That's a cool plane. All right, and then she's gonna fire it up. Damn, it's busy today. Look at all these guys. Holy shit. That looks like an old warplane or something. Man, there's a lot of planes out here today. This is awesome. I've never seen it so busy. All right, there he goes. He's taxiing out. I like this plane here. Look at the back end stuck up so high. Look at that little guy. That's a little plane, man. Wow, look how little. That is a very unique design. Look at the tail and the way that the tail and the wings connect right there and stuff. Whoa. Look at that. I think he just landed. Man, that's a nice one. Look at the wingspan on that thing. It's a bigger wingspan than, like, say, this one right here. Wow, they're lining right up. What's up, man? How are you? I've never seen it so busy out here.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I have no idea.
They're doing something for giving kids first training and first rides, like young eagles or something. But I don't know if there's an air show going on too or what, because it's really busy. And look at that, one after another. He's coming on in. Oh, that's that cool colored one I saw recently. Oh, look at that. I talked to her earlier. She's firing her up. And she said that's a Cessna 150. So the two-seater is a Cessna 150, and then the four-seater would be a Cessna 172. And she just loves aviation. She just does it for fun, which is pretty cool. She's just gonna go up for a flight for a little bit. But man, it's busy. I don't know where the tower is. Obviously there's got to be some kind of tower. At a small airport, I'm not sure how that works. Oh man, firing her up. Gonna warm it up for a while. What that Army star is on the side. Oh, that's a different one than the one I was looking at earlier that kind of looks like an Army plane. Well, another one just came landing and flying in. Oh, there's a helicopter over there. Go check out the helicopter. go all the way up to there. It just seems so busy. Look at this character coming right at me. Look how narrow it looks. Yeah, it just looks so narrow. Like that's got to be a one-seater. Look how tiny it is. And that one behind it looks like it has like really lightweight wings. I can almost see through the wings, almost like that one behind must be like a ultralight or something. Let's go check it out. Man, look at that little guy. Cool little plane. Man. These things are tiny. Yeah, that's such a narrow plane that you can only fit one person wide. So it's a two-seater, but one behind the other. That's a little guy. And this is almost like an ultralight. Look, see, you can see right through the wings. Huh. What's that?
So we do this about 3 times a year for like little kids.
Oh, okay, so just kind of give them a little introduction
Yeah.
of flying and that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, I've got like 4 hours in my logbook, and you know how you do the adventure thing where you rent the plane and rent the pilot, and then you fly for a little bit. And then when I was younger, in like my 20s, I did the same thing for a few hours. I wanted to be a pilot, and this guy that I flew with, he put the plane in such a dive and then banked it. He went back and figured that he put us in a 3.6 G turn.
Oh.
And the Cessna 172 is only rated for 4.2.
Oh, yeah.
So he was a crazy maniac. Later on, I thought about it. He's like, he pushed that plane to basically its limits, but it was so fun.
You've ever heard the story? There's old pilots and bald pilots, but there's no old pilots.
That's true. Oh, he was this young pilot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Young guys don't do that. Like I said, these older guys are like.
Right, they would never do that. Right, but
old guys.
So what he did is he pushed it down to get a bunch of speed, and then he pulled it back into the side, and it just, I could feel the rivets in the seat, man. It was crazy, and he held it, for quite a while, and then and just held us in that G, 3.6. But yeah, he was. Oh right, yeah. He told me that they're not gonna let him use the planes much anymore because he wears out the brakes too much when he's taxiing and stuff. So yeah, he's been hard on equipment, I think. But yeah, that was quite an adventure, man. I'll tell you what. Here comes another one. I say Cirrus SR20. Is that what this is right here?
The 22 is flying. I think that's it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I've flown one in before. I thought it was a Cirrus SR20, but maybe it was a Cirrus SR22.
It's just the size of the engine. Essentially the same plane.
Oh, okay. They still have the parachute and everything else.
Yeah.
Now, the one that I just flew with one with a joystick. That was one hand on the left, which I thought was kind of odd. I actually kind of had more fun flying the Cirrus. Yeah, I mean the Cessna. It just felt a little more challenging, I guess. The Cirrus, you didn't even have to fly it pretty much. Ooh, here's a twin engine. Is that a jet? No, that's a turbojet.
Those fly here all the time too.
Really? Well, what do they call that with the well, they're twin engines, but they're turbojets, right? They're not turbines.
Yeah, turbos.
Okay.
Turbos.
Yeah, so basically they're called like a prop. Still, they're a prop plane.
Still on.
Right.
Reciprocating.
Right. But all right, well.
Turbines.
Yeah, you can always hear them. I think they're a lot more money.
So that's key.
Low budget book plane, so to speak.
But it takes off in a real short amount of time.
100 feet is all.
Is that all? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So have you ever done stall competitions or
No,
anything?
no. Yeah, it's not really competitive for that.
Really?
Those guys, I've seen, there's one guy here, it's in a plane called a Patriot. He can get off in 20 feet. In
No.
less than his wingspan.
Oh, no way.
Twice as much horsepower.
That's incredible. I didn't know that.
It's just it's called a light sport airplane.
Man, that's neat. Yeah, because it can't weigh much.
It weighs around 800 pounds.
800 pounds. Wow. About the weight of a couple sport bikes, couple motorcycles. Man, well that's neat. I don't want to hold you up, but is there air pressure? Oh, okay. Is there air pressure holding these wings inflated the way they are?
Yeah, a little bit, but not much.
So you do have to pump them up a little bit.
No, they're the way they are.
Oh, all right. I thought that was a Cirrus coming in. Sure enough. Those are big bucks, huh?
Oh yeah. Really,
Yeah. I thought they were about 7. Yeah, you're right. They probably are. At that point, what does it matter, right? I actually flew one in Tampa.
I've never been in one.
It was, like I was telling somebody else, they're almost too easy to fly. You just got this little joystick and you can just hit autopilot. You know, not like this where you're really flying the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Wheels.
Oh, will it really?
It's not windy.
How much horsepower does it have?
100.
100's all it needs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it more.
Right, that's all you need. So what does it go top speed?
It could easily cruise at 100 if you wanted it to, but I usually stick about 85
Sure.
miles an hour.
Right. Well, neat. Awesome, man.
Okay, well we're busy, so you have to leave because I'm
Ready to do this?
trying to keep people out of the area.
All right, sounds good. All right, he's cranking it over. Yeah, well, she said I had to leave. I was kind of stealing the show. They were trying to show off to all those little kids, and I had a lot of questions. No, that was neat, though. They like it when people are enthusiastic about their sport. All right, what else we got going on? Oh, there's a big one over there. What's up? What is that up there? Here he goes. And this guy here. Look at that. That's like a corporate jet over there. It's the biggest one I've seen. And then right here must be where the police helicopter flies out of. Look at that. Big old hangar. Oh man, here's one. He's coming in fast. Oh, this is a turbojet too. It's a twin. Man, I wish I could zoom in better. All right, now it's his turn. It's your turn now. There's a decent breeze coming from where he's headed. So he's headed into the wind. So it's not going to take much. All right, you go, boy. Is he off the ground yet? Still hanging. There he is. There he goes. Boy, there's a big one coming. What's this? Oh, that must have been that turbojet. Where is he? There he is. Man, look at that monster. Yep. Made it home. Man. Alright, I'm gonna try and zoom in on this guy. Alright, he's probably about 60 feet off the ground. He's still hitting the gas. He just finally let off the gas. And there he is, floating for a while. You can hear it hitting. It's like every couple minutes there's a plane. Holy shit, there's another one. Where you at, buddy? What's that thing hanging down? Oh, okay. Got a little tippy. He landed her. This is crazy. Here's another one. Here comes another one. Alright, I'm zoomed in as far as I can. Here's this little guy. Look at that. Only weighs about 800 pounds. Only takes about 200 feet of runway to take off. It's pretty cool. Top speed is about 110. Cruising speed is about 80. But that's considered almost an ultralight. All right, there goes the fuel truck. Here goes the heli. Come on, let her eat. Open her up. Is it broken or what? Just show on the road. All right, well, in the meantime, we'll just look at this one. Look at that bad boy. All right, looks like he's about ready to power up. All right. He'll get the RPMs up and then he'll pitch the blades and up he goes. All right, you can hear it's getting close. He's chopping. Look at that, doing a pivot. Spinning her around. Oh, he's spinning around again. They probably fly better into the wind too. Look at him, he's heading into the wind. There he goes. Boy, he's staying low. Alright, well, that was pretty cool. I wanted to come down here a little farther and see if I could videotape right where the tires are squealing when they first touch down and stuff. But it's back here so far, it's hard to tell. So there's one guy taking off right now, and maybe we can get him where he's just getting off the ground right where I'm at. Okay, here he goes. Alright, he should be taking off right about now. There he goes. Yeah, he pitched up pretty good. He took off fast. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of the video. I thought that was pretty neat. There was a lot of different planes, a lot busier than I thought it would be. So, anyway, see ya.